You gotta be kidding me.
All right, Dad. Yes. We had unfortunate news. Remember when Jeff Wines here down in Florida did the multiple pieces of journalism, multiple reports on dealers who added fees to lease buyouts, and ultimately there's lawsuits happening down in Florida?
As well, there should be.
Well, really, you got to be kidding me. Justice, thank you, Justice, posting to the community forum. Again, the community forum, 100% free, where you can go to get help from other like-minded consumers. Justice says, warning, Marshall's Nissan in Salina, Kansas. A member who prefers to remain anonymous has reported that this dealer told the member in order for the member to buy out their lease, the dealership would have to buy it and then sell it to them. The dealer did this, charged another dock fee, paint and fabric protection, and a warranty, none of which were cancelable or optional, as they told the member. They added thousands to the vehicle and sold it at, quote, market value, not the residual. This was a senior citizen and didn't fully understand what they were pulling at the time. They used high-pressure salespeople to pressure her. Please be cautious when approaching this dealer. Justice, thank you for sharing this with the community. Really, you got to be kidding me, and shame on you. That's
not really. You got to be kidding me. Scroll up a little bit. That's shame on Marshall Nissan for taking advantage of people, for violating the law, for violating the Fair Credit Act. It states in your lease agreement exactly what you can buy your lease car for at the end, and that's the residual value. And if it doesn't list any other fees, then they can't legally charge you any other fees. And it'll say in your lease agreement that you can buy the vehicle for residual value. You don't have to. It doesn't have to be sold to the dealer for you to be able to buy it. Now, a dealer can help you with that transaction. You know, when I was at the mini store, we pretty much hated when people wanted to buy out their lease because there really was no profit in it for the dealership. But there could be if you understand how to do it. And it was like I used to tell the F&I people, I used to tell the staff, this is like a gift from God. This is a car sale that you shouldn't have had. Okay, so the person wants to buy the car. We got their residual value. We know what it is. Now, most people are not stroking a check for that car. They're going to need to finance that car. That gives the finance person the opportunity to go over some of the products that might be available to them. The opportunity exists that if you want to create a certified pre-owned vehicle, then a certified inspection can be done, and you can charge the people to make it a certified vehicle. If you're financing the vehicle and the buy rate from the bank was 2.9%, and you sell the money to the customer at 3.9%, and it's still lower than what they could have gotten somewhere else, there's money that you could make on the back end of things. Yep. So yes, I understand dealers hate having to sell a vehicle to a customer, their own vehicle to a customer at residual, but it is an opportunity for everyone else to make some additional money. And that's how you have to look at it. And if you end up making nothing, well, you've still made money because you kept your customer happy, and the amount of goodwill that you can create with that customer telling all their friends, yes, I bought out my lease car at Mini, and they handled all this. They made all the arrangements for me. It was an absolute pleasure. If you ever need a Mini, I would suggest you go to this Mini dealership. That has value. It might not be value that you can place on the books at the moment. It's not taxable value at that moment.
It actually is. It's called goodwill. It is
goodwill. Yeah. And that is ultimately how you grow your business. So it really does have value. But I understand, that salespeople, they want to be able to make a commission. F&I managers, they want to be able to make what they make. Sales managers want to be able, they get paid off of gross. Well, if there's no gross, it's like, well, this is a transaction. It means nothing to me. But if you look at the big picture, it's a transaction that means everything to you. It just depends on how you want to look at it.
Thinking about getting auto insurance? Compare quotes from all the major carriers in one place. Join YAA.com/insurance. It's quick, easy, and no spam.
We are going to dive in to Hertz.
Hertz
Still having issues.
Yeah.
Hertz arrests still happening despite new CEO calling them out. Hertz customers are being falsely arrested over rentals, even though the company's CEO has called them unacceptable. We've covered this story multiple times. Just to catch everyone up to speed, here it is. In late 2021, 160 people came forward and claimed Hertz had them falsely arrested. A few months later, it was reported that the exact number of people who had been arrested wasn't known. Because of this, a federal judge ordered the company to make its rental records public, but Hertz tried to downplay the number of arrests, acknowledging that it happened, but only to 0.014% of renters out of 25 million annual rental.
Yeah, but it shouldn't happen to any.
Recent update to this. Let me come down. 5 more customers have recently come forward with disturbing reports of being arrested after renting vehicles. A few instances claim to have happened mere minutes after the vehicles were rented. The 5 customers brought their case to the Delaware Supreme Court. Supreme Court, thank you. Their claims back up the whistleblower's account of the company using outdated inventory systems to track its vehicles. All 5 of the customers allege that they were arrested at gunpoint over the rentals, and that the arrests happened in the summer of 2021, right after the company emerged from bankruptcy.
Wow.
This is significant because up until recently, as Inc. pointed out, all of the arrest cases had been handled in bankruptcy court, but now that the company isn't in bankruptcy anymore, these cases are going to come at the company from all sides.
You know what that means?
More Tom Brady ads.
More
EVs.
Well, probably less. They won't be able to. They won't be in a position to buy those 100,000 Teslas and the 175,000 electric GM vehicles and the 65,000 Polestar vehicles because, well, they'll be making settlements with those people that get arrested for driving a vehicle that Hertz reported as stolen. And then Hertz didn't inform the appropriate police department that when the vehicle was returned, that, well, it no longer is a stolen vehicle. And so it remains in police systems as a stolen vehicle. And then some poor people get arrested at gunpoint. Hi, officer. I know. I rented a Hertz car. I understand completely. Yes.
No, officer, you don't understand. This is a Hertz rental. Oh, okay. Got it. You're good. I mean, that's pretty wild.
It is, and it's unfortunate. And, you know, if you have a way to report a vehicle is stolen, you should have a way to report that, well, it's been recovered.
Yep.
And you would think it would be incumbent upon you as the company to report it as recovered when it has been.